It's so terrible.
Okay, and we're live.
I have so much homework to do, and I have so much late work to turn in that I didn't do this weekend, and I don't know when I'm gonna do it. But I don't want to be behind anymore because my teachers are gonna give me a bad grade and think that I'm a failure.
Well, Emma, why did you not do your homework this weekend?
I doubt they're gonna think about you.
Was having a lot of problems.
Being a lot of problems in the best city in America.
Oh no, this weekend
Memphis.
I was busy having fun.
In Memphis.
Memphis is a place.
Yes, with bars.
It is a... Beale Street's dead. Like...
What? Okay, maybe it's not always like that, but recently
I was talking to
Memphis had gone out of... Their electricity had gone out a lot, so people were not really going out because, like...
Yeah, the ice storm fucked it up.
Yeah.
I was talking to some locals when I was waiting outside of the stupid bar we tried to get into.
That one restaurant?
That shitty place. Yeah.
It's called Local.
Don't go there.
We hate them.
They're bitches. I got gaslit by 2 servers.
Imagine
That's your
having to wait an hour to get into like a regular ass bar that's not.
It's not.
Even,
there
it's
there wasn't even a live band.
No,
like,
it's just overpriced and regular.
And the tables were open. Like it was. Oh my god! I'm becoming an adult. I'm bitching about this.
Yes.
Here's the problem. We go there at 9:30. They're like, it'll be like a 30-minute wait. Give us your number and name. We'll call you when a table opens up. I'm like, sweet. Okay, so it's like a reservation kind of deal. Just call ahead. They'll let me know. And so we dick around for like 30 minutes. We go back there. I'm like, I'll just go in there and just say, hey, I'm just here to see if there's a table ready. Blah blah blah. I kind of was expecting there might be one, or it'd be like 10 minutes longer or something. So I go there, and the lady, and I'm like, yeah, I have a reservation. They're like, we don't do that. I'm like, what? It's a different server. It's a different like hostess. She says, yeah, we don't do reservations. You got
first come, first serve.
We're like, what the fuck? And she goes, yeah, it'll be an hour wait at least. I'm like,
yeah,
what
we were
the
like,
fuck?
did you say something? We were like, we came. Yeah, we told her we came here like half an hour ago, and they said they would have our table.
Yeah, I gave you my phone number. I gave your place my phone number, and she acted like I was not speaking English. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she's like, we don't do that.
We don't do that. And then we walked to this piano bar, which is obscenely loud. Like, it's like they did not understand the point of a piano bar. This isn't on Beale Street. This is on Midtown. It's a piano bar, but there's like big subwoofer speakers to the point where the piano is drowning itself out with the piano noise. You can barely hear the singer, and you can't talk. I mean, imagine I'm like from me to you, and I'm having to scream. I'm like, what?
That sounds miserable.
What drink did you get? I'm like, I hate this place.
I couldn't like scream loud enough to speak to the person 2 people away from me, like at a round table. So I would tell the person next to me, and they would tell the girl next to her, and then she would like answer like through that person to me.
Just text.
It was
We were
so.
there for like 5 minutes.
We were there for 5 minutes because we were there for 5 minutes.
Please tell me there wasn't a cover charge.
There was not. I got a call on my phone from the original place going, hey, we have a table for you. We have to be here like now.
Yeah, you have to be in here with all your people right now because
and I'm like,
your table's ready.
And they're like, everyone else wants to stay. I'm like, okay, I'll go and
They want
see.
to stay?
Hold on, time out. Me and 2 other people had just got a drink there. We just walked in and we got a drink.
Yeah.
And then we were like, damn, this place kind of sucks. And then we were like, but maybe we should stay because, like, there's no table at the other place, whatever. We're drinking. And then David gets the call and is like, he's like, I'm going to go right now.
Because it's a 1 minute walk. Like, it's all, like, in Midtown.
So then,
and so I go there.
I chugged my drink.
I go there. And they're like, yeah, we have a table for 7. I'm like, that's not what you told me 10 minutes ago. And it's
not even, it's like, yeah.
It's the original hostess I talked to. Like, they're going back and forth. Like, clearly these people were giving different memos on the seating policy. And now there's like a security guy up front who's taking his job way too seriously. And so our people get there. We have one guy that was 20, and they wouldn't let him in because they're smoking there for some reason, even though there was no one smoking cigarettes inside, and they had food there. So like, you could just put like an X on his hand and not let him order drink.
Except for that he didn't even have. It's just because he didn't have his ID. Like he had a picture of it, but he didn't have his real ID.
Yeah.
And like, as a 21-year-old, so they were like, no, he can't come in because there are people smoking inside, and we were like, what?
Smoking? What?
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Since when was the age limit?
The age limit is now recently become 21.
At this point, there's actually a Trump era policy, like President.
I didn't know if that had been enacted yet. I thought
it
that was a couple
happened when
years
I was
later.
20, so like
it happened
very recently.
It happened when I was a sophomore.
Okay.
It was really weird. Like, you can't even buy like any tobacco products unless you're 21.
But also, it's like
I think
you
it's
can't
good, but
buy
it's fine.
tobacco products, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't
They
be
can
allowed
smoke
to
'em.
be near somewhere
Yeah, you can-
around where there might be smoking. Like he wasn't allowed in.
It's
Yeah,
not.
they
It's
let people in bars all the time who are younger than 21.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they're like,
that's
we're
normal.
so
Like,
sorry,
they'll
but
do
like
the
we're gonna get
Kings.
charged $500 if we let in this underage person, or even like he had his ID on his phone, because
Which, bad idea.
yeah,
Well, that's because.
it was also because he
Hold
also
on,
does.
hold
Like,
on, I'm gonna mute so we don't put him on the spot. It's also because he had a fake ID. He had a fake ID. He's 20. He's 20 years old. But he's
Yeah.
Estonian, so
his picture.
he photoshopped
was
his
fake.
ID. He had like one.
But at the other places, they like were like,
Yeah,
well,
everywhere on Beale Street they let him in. Okay, we're gonna
yeah,
go back.
anyways, they were
Yeah,
like,
everywhere-
it's because the
yeah.
security guard was an
Like-
asshole.
Beale Street, we did not have these problems. However, Beale Street was deserted. It looked like The Walking Dead.
Except for in the main club, there was a ton of people in there, but that was just the one.
Yeah, Tin
club.
Roof is good. I recommend Tin Roof. It's a
Go
very
to Tin Roof.
really cool. It's like a two stories with a bar on each floor, then a dancing room off to the side,
Yeah, live music area and a dancing room area.
and you
What's
get.
your opinion on live music?
I like live music if the band's good. So it's.
It's always so fucking loud.
I agree with you. It's
But then you hear the upstairs, and you can hear it, but you're not.
Yeah, the
it's not
upstairs-
loud.
If there was a sequestered area, like if maybe live music was outside and I was inside, but you still hear it, I would appreciate that. But anywhere you go in Arkansas with live music, you're in the same fucking room with
Yeah,
them.
It
and
is
it's loud as
deafening.
fuck. There's no need.
I don't like loud places.
See, I like to be able to have a conversation when I go drinking. Like, so I agree with you completely. I don't know. Wonder if this is an autistic thing because loud noises just instantly make
I think
me
it is a little bit. 'Cause the rest
very
of us,
like apprehensive or anxious.
Yeah, the rest of us were like, okay, David is like not comfortable, but like we don't
Well,
like
wait.
want loud music.
Oh, I didn't like kill the vibe for you guys.
No,
I
it's
just
not
like stayed
bad.
upstairs. Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's
Yeah.
like apparent. Like it's definitely more
You
troublesome.
definitely would not have wanted me there. I would have told everyone to
real.
leave.
Well, I stayed up there. I stayed. What I did, I stayed up there and just like was drinking at the upstairs bar until like 2 a.m, which honestly was fine. But there was like no one there, so I couldn't like talk to like randos at the bar, which is like a good pastime of mine. I was just staring out the window, pretending I was in like a coming of age movie or something.
For so long.
It was a good trip, honestly. I enjoyed it.
I fucking Holden Caulfield when he goes to the Red Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, I've not read Catcher in the Rye.
It's you're too old to read it.
I think it's a meme at this point. Like, I feel like I should read it when I was 14 or
Yeah,
something.
no, it's a really good book. People give it a lot of shit because they're like, "Oh, I fucking hate the main character." Guess what, fuckhead? You're supposed to hate the main character. You're supposed to hate him. He's not a likable guy.
That's
You're supposed
the
to see the
point.
things in yourself that you don't like and realize, "Oh, I'm a fuckhead." That's what it's supposed to be. But now that you're older, you're gonna look back at him and be like, "I don't relate to this fucker at all. He's just a whiny bitch." It's like, yeah, but you were a whiny bitch when you were that age too.
That reminds me of. Did you ever read Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Like, no, the protagonist is a piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that until no, I didn't think about the books for like 8 years. I thought about them recently. I'm like, wow, Greg's actually like a sociopathic
He's a
11-year-old.
fucker.
Yeah,
Anything he does to his friend is awful.
yeah.
What does he do? I don't remember.
He has like this friend
I remember
Rolly.
a friend.
He's
Rowley.
basically a bully to Rowley.
Yeah.
It's like a weird. The power dynamic is unhealthy.
It's just weird.
No, and you know,
I mean, it's been fucking 10 years since I read any of those books.
they're still making new ones. Like he's like Jeff Kinley's like he found his cash cow.
It's the new Junie B. Jones.
Oh
Exactly, yeah.
Christ! I hated those books when I was a kid.
I liked them in
Oh,
kindergarten.
because the way she would talk in like shitty broken English pissed me off.
I mean, she was a child.
Yeah,
Well, also,
Yeah,
it's even worse whenever there's someone pretending, like writing how they think children
Exact-
speak, and then it's just
Well,
like.
I ran into an issue like that.
just speaking Ulu.
Speaking in
I wanted to bring this up to my.
Ooh.
So I'm.
Email?
I'm taking a civil. That was too
I
erotic.
know, I'm really good at it.
Oh Christ! I don't even.
I don't do that as a profession. Continue.
I was.
Yes.
Yet.
You
But I will
you
start.
can make so much money voice acting like animated porn.
I would love to do that. Please sign me up. How do I do that?
You do not want to.
I
That's
will.
dark places.
Oh, wait, no, actually, because I really don't like whenever. You know how hentai is. You know how I feel about hentai, David.
Yes. Or
This
you
is a conversation you've had?
Yes.
yeah, oh, totally. Or you could do like the girlfriend simulation audio vlogs. It's
That would
like,
be way better.
hey, how was your day? I care about you. It's
would be
better,
so
but
sweet.
so deeply like sad. It's like
It
Blade,
is sad.
like Blade Runner 2049. The most painful movie I've ever watched. God. No, I was reading it. So back to the Junie B. Jones like language thing.
From Junie B. Jones to hentai to Junie B. Jones again.
Oh God. Now I'm just thinking like a Blade Runner Junie B. Jones crossover.
That'd be fun.
I love weird photoshops. I was reading a history book for my class today, and yes, I can read. It's surprising, I know. The book was about Black women's experiences in Atlanta during Reconstruction, and it had quotes from Black women, but the author wrote them like
And Ebonics.
yes, to try to sound like what he thought Black women sounded like. It's like, we ain't gonna. I don't even want to repeat it because I'm like, you can just quote in like standard English. It's like I don't like when people do like when J.K. Rowling wrote like weird Scottish for Hagrid.
I think that's way cooler. Like, you should write kind of in a way that's a little bit shows the accent.
That shows the accent. I don't know.
Yeah,
It makes it more realistic.
I would say in that particular case, it probably wasn't good because lower speech or perceived lower speech can have a cognitive effect where you perceive the person as lesser.
Yes.
But with Hagrid, you're honestly supposed to see him as stupid because he is, except for when it comes to animals.
Of course.
Where he talks more effectively.
Of course, J.K. Rowling, an English nationalist, would think a Scottish person's stupid.
I mean, yeah.
Most Scottish people think they're stupid. Have you seen Trainspotting?
No, but I have seen Scottish people Twitter, which is hilarious.
There's a literal quote from Trainspotting where it's like, the folks so good about being Scottish. We're the lowest of the low. The English are fucking wankers, but I don't hate them. We're the people that were colonized by wankers. The fuck do we have?
That's so sad.
Gee,
But
That was
the
Ewan
Scottish
McGregor.
are the best. I'm mostly Scottish.
you're mostly Scottish.
In my genetics.
Oh, I knew there was something.
Something.
Sorry.
I'm a genius.
Yeah, I don't think you would have liked the Memphis trip. Another reason for that being the moment we crossed into town, Raven got a text from the owner of the Airbnb going, "Hey, our
That's
power's
what
out."
he said.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
You can't stay here tonight. Our power's out. We're like, so we got a place at the Hilton, which was nice, but
Yeah. But then we got the same Airbnb for the next night, and it was very cheap.
yeah, it's a really nice, very religious family too.
They were so sweet though. Like, they weren't like, not hateful. But
They didn't like interact with us, but like,
they seemed like wholesome.
yeah, it was like that wholesome Christian. They had like a pro Black Lives Matter sign in their yard, so it's like that kind of Christian. I like the
Love everyone.
yeah, the love everyone and like. And
But
like,
also, we have our values.
exactly. Well, I think like those Christians, in my limited religious knowledge, are closer to Jesus than like the conservative Christians, because for all I know, Jesus hung out with like prostitutes, poor people, and lepers, and he loved everyone. And
they hung him for it.
yes, well, they crucified him.
Oh yeah.
They hung him from a cross.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not retarded.
They did do that.
They did do that. They did. Well, but if he came back now, do you think that'd be fucking traumatizing if he saw the crosses on churches? Like, imagine if you got killed by like wild dogs and everyone just put dogs' heads everywhere to worship you.
Yeah, I'd be pissed
Yeah.
actually, as a goddess.
You guys not understand what just happened?
Like that was really painful, guys. It's very traumatic.
But also,
Yeah,
it's
he died
kind
really
of
quickly.
like a badass symbol. Like, if I was killed in a cool way, like, think of a cool way to get murdered. And if that was, like, artistically created of
Swing
my
of bass.
hot, dying goddess body and put onto these necklaces, I would be very happy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
If Jesus was a woman, that'd be cool. There'd be just like titties everywhere.
It'd be, like, a really cool, it's, like,
If Jesus
dark
was a
and
woman, he'd be written as a man.
mysterious.
You're right.
Facts.
Oh my god, this is a new Da Vinci Code. Jesus was actually a smoking hot babe. And conservatives could handle it, so they lied to us.
God.
And we have now been canceled. Again.
Again, before we even started.
Question for the woman in the room.
Oh.
Okay, so you know what stealthing
For a
is.
woman?
I am.
You know,
Okay.
you guys both know what stealthing is, right?
Stealthing.
The act of removing a condom during sex without the partner's knowledge, which is
I
rape.
know about that.
That is rape.
Yes.
Okay, so question. My theory. What would you consider reverse stealthing? The reverse stealthing being during sex, you put a condom on without telling your partner.
That's bad. What if I have a latex allergy? My vagina is now fucking inflamed. So that would be terrible.
What, does it make it tighter?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
And then,
Right.
oh god.
But it would also be really kind of...
Sounds horrible.
I don't know, but like, is
When
it,
you said reverse stealthing, I was like, oh, the woman tells you that she's on the pill, and she's not.
Oh, that's kind of
oh
funny.
no, that's still stealthing.
Sneaking,
Yeah.
sneaking a condom on.
That's kind of funny, though, because it's a little bit... It's kind of innocent.
The idea of like, oh shit.
It's like,
She's
ooh, babe,
like-
I'm gonna do you so dirty.
So clean.
Then she's like, what? Then you're like, wait, why does that feel different? He's like, nothing. I didn't put a condom on. Would you?
That'd be...
Would
No,
that
I
be
would
offensive?
be... I would be still upset, but
You'd
also
be
it's
upset.
way less upsetting than the reverse.
Like, what would your reaction be? Like, why would you put one on?
Yeah, I'd be like, what else are you lying to me about? Why are you doing this? Like,
Would you
what's
be
your
upset
problem?
if a guy refused to not wear a condom?
Like, refuse to?
Oh, no. That would be... If he was like,
Like,
no,
if
I
you gave
don't
him the
wanna...
option, like, it's a safe day, you could not. He's
Yeah.
like, I'd rather not.
Like, I'd be like, that is smart. You
That
should
is
be...
responsible.
I mean, as long as he's not, assumedly, like, ew, no.
See, I wish.
As long as he's like, I'd prefer not to. You wouldn't want him to be like,
Ugh.
Yeah.
"Mm."
Like,
I wish
in
that-
that case, it's like, Barbie.
I wish there was like a way.
Excuse you.
I wish there was a way to like vacuum seal condoms to your dick.
So they...
They're like super tight,
So, wait, so...
Or like a second skin.
like a second skin, just like where you can barely.
Sometimes they can be too loose, and sometimes they're like,
Yeah, because you know, like depend like it like the pin, your erect size can
Oh.
vary. Like
Okay.
even by like a micrometer, it still feels different and uncomfortable.
That's interesting.
Like I need it to be like a boa constrictor. That's how it's the best.
So like
That way you can feel
vacuuming
everything.
it to the size
So you stuff your
as
balls
it go, like
Oh, good
once
idea.
just to fit,
Just to fit like
Okay.
a sleeve.
like so where it was big, like a big circle, then you put it on, and then you go,
And then just
and
like a blood pressure thing.
it
And then when it
shrinks up.
locks your erection up, that way you can go for hours.
it's called a cock ring.
Ah, I should invest in one of them.
You ever seen that video of the guy with the titanium cock ring getting it cut off?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, this guy had like a fucking inch thick titanium cock ring that he somehow he put his balls in through it.
Oh Christ!
That's so
Oh,
dangerous.
Super stupid. But he could not get it off, so they had to get an angle grinder in there. And the only thing that they could do to protect him was shove popsicle sticks under the cock ring, so that they didn't just like slip into him.
Yeah.
So the only thing that was in between a spinning blade used to cut metal and his naughty bits was a thin little popsicle stick.
Yeah. So
And then
it's
they
like,
got bolt cutters
oh my
and
god,
broke it. It's like, oh!
that's terrifying.
Daily Mail UK drug addict.
Don't put those on your balls, please.
I have a friend who swears by them. But
cock rings.
yeah, that's just him.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can understand where like putting one on, but don't put anything on your testicles.
Yeah.
Not
That's,
something that's not easily removed.
Yeah.
yeah. Just get something like a keyhole or something. Jesus Christ! Oh, sorry, I found the images I cannot put on
But
this.
still, I'd be scared to wear what, like, if I had a dick and I had to put a cock ring on, I'd be a little nervy.
Yeah, that's the rush.
That is the rush.
Sounds not fun. I like to be not scared when I do.
And there's chastity
things.
cages, which are even
Ew,
dumber.
ew, ew, ew. Terrible idea.
Men will pay you a lot of money to do that.
To put one on you?
Yeah, to put them in chastity and then you like
Throw away the
insult
key.
them.
Wait, is there like a sexual part
And it's
to that?
it's
Like,
a fetish.
do
It's
you
like it's
have
a.
sex with them?
I don't. Some people know. It's like a
You just put it on?
like
and you're
professional dominatrix just like beat guys with whips and they get paid $100. It's.
Sounds
I
cool.
will never understand it personally.
If
Just
you
don't get it.
had it, then you would understand
I
it.
just don't
You
get
just
it.
don't get it.
Yeah.
It's
If
perfectly
you
fine.
had that fetish, then you would get
Some
it.
fetishes aren't valid.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, Emma. Yeah, I just told her this isn't even a fetish level. I was telling Emma I thought like the little lady stashes that all women have are kind of cute, like the peach fuzz stashes, and you were like, ew.
That just creeped me out.
It's literally not even the creepiest thing I've ever said. Like I've said such creepy things. Like that doesn't even scratch the surface.
And you're being serious.
I'm being so honest right now.
Yeah, I just think it's creepy because it's like, why are you like looking at some weird little like women's mustache?
Because when you're like close and intimate with a woman, you're very close to her face. You can see all her features.
Okay, and then thinking like, okay, that's fine. I'm not mad at it. It's like normal. But thinking like, oh, it's cute. That makes me kind of like just feel like vomiting a little bit.
It's cute.
Thinking like positively, like,
Is
ooh,
it because
I like
you
the
find it
little
gross
mustache.
yourself?
Yeah, I mean, you like take them off. You know,
Some women don't shave
their little
mustaches.
But that's because you can't really see it, and you're not supposed to notice it. And to
Is it,
How dare you notice this thing on
you
other
can
people?
notice it, and you can be like, oh, it's like I'm not upset that it's
like,
there. But if you're just like, I'm gonna go out of like
I'm gonna go out of
beyond
my way to
that
vocalize it.
and be like, that's cute.
okay, I think it just goes to my attitude to body hair in general.
Yeah.
Like I don't
This is different.
like it's like I don't care if women have body
See,
hair.
that's
I don't
good.
care if they have face hair
No, that's
either.
good. Do you see the difference? Not caring? That's great. I love that.
Okay, but
but thinking it's cute just takes it too far.
What if I told you like hairy legs are hot as shit?
I would be disgusted, and it's not that I should be disgusted. There's no.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Cause it's
I
like,
shouldn't.
This is like
but I find it gross.
there are people into like actual shit.
Yeah,
this is like
there are worse things.
there
I know
are
that there are worse things.
There are way
There are
worse
worse
still
things
is
than like
gross.
natural body.
natural body hair.
No. I think the natural body hair is fine.
Well, because I think it's for me because I think confidence is attractive, and because there's
Okay.
a beauty standard for women.
Okay,
I'm
that's
realizing
way better.
And
That
because
is
there's a
way
beauty
better.
standard for women to be completely clean shaven, I think it shows a level of confidence. They don't care about like modern
Something.
beauty standards and allow themselves to have body hair, which includes the cute peach fuzz on their face.
That makes it less disgusting. If you just like saw those hairs and you're like, that is attractive. For some reason, I hate that.
I said cute, like
in the sense,
Okay,
but
okay.
like
Imperfections are cute.
yes. I like girls with one eye.
They make you individual.
I like my bitches with eye patches
See,
That's fair.
fucking
and no legs.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, Emma and Elise are both anti-blind dating.
dating people who are blind.
Yes.
Oh, Emma, that's fucking ableist.
It really is.
I know. Maybe I'm ableist. It's
Just
not
kidding.
that you shouldn't date blind people, but I personally am too insecure to date a blind person.
There are certain boundaries that you should have
Yeah.
for yourself.
I will judge you for those boundaries, but yeah.
That's
like,
just how
I would
feel.
never knowingly date someone with bipolar syndrome.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's actually okay. Yeah, I feel like a
You can
hypocrite
have
now. That's
that.
totally fair. I would not do that either.
Yeah, like if I was in a relationship and someone got diagnosed with it, I would probably have to weigh my options of like, how bad is it?
Well, look what happened to who.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, how bad is it? Is it treatable, or are you going
you-
to go batshit and hold a knife to my throat?
Are you taking proactive steps to mitigate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it, you hid this from me? I have to change my phone number now.
It is, dude. Bipolar is, it's crazy. Like it's crazy. I know some of the people are crazy. I'm saying it's crazy. Like the effects that condition can have on people.
It's a condition.
Yeah, it's not disease. That was because diseases are like
A disease.
different than condition.
Yep.
Yeah, but I would still definitely really judge a girl if she said she wouldn't date a person that has like autism. But I know it's like it's a severity type deal. But okay, I'll just use myself. If someone told me that, oh, Dave, I don't want to date you because you have autism, I'd be very offended.
I
They
can
probably
see that.
wouldn't do that. I doubt they would
It'd
ever
be
say
the symptom.
because you're autistic.
Yeah, no, they would. That would never.
It'd
It would be
happen.
like, you're kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be that, which I would honestly say, like, that's not really, like, nice, but I can see, like, okay, there's a lot of traits that make people not match up, and being like,
Yeah.
I am a social person, I like loud noise.
Well,
and
like
you
when people say,
not
like,
loud noise.
I don't want to date you because you're depressed. They don't say, because you're a depressed piece of shit. They say, you're just such a downer all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
that would happen, and I could see how
but
that
it's
would
frustrating.
And all of those are valid.
Yeah, it's valid. No, because I feel like a hypocrite here. Because like I would not date someone with like a certain mental illness because, you know,
be.
it's
You
like
value your...
yeah, because it's simple.
Well, not everyone has the mental fortitude to deal with those. Because,
Yes.
like, just because it's your condition does not mean it doesn't have
Is
impacts on others.
is
Yeah.
autism considered a mental illness?
No.
I don't. Yeah, what is it? A syndrome or I don't even know what it is.
I would...
I believe it's a syndrome.
Yeah, well, it's not an illness because you can't get you can't recover from it. Yeah, so
Yeah, you can't contract it.
contagious autism.
I'm trying to think
If
of,
you
like,
if you
something
eat
else.
after me, you slowly become more
Oh my
autistic.
god, that'd be
If
strange.
you eat after him, you start stacking things. Oh no!
Oh no. I wish I had that organizational part of autism, but instead I have like the extreme interest in something and immediately losing it. Autism.
Yeah, I wish I had the idiot savant shit where it's like you're really good at one thing instead I have intrusive thoughts and anxiety.
Yeah, no, right. It's like, why can't I be a fucking like math prodigy? Why can't I see math like colors? Instead, instead I have like a learning disability when it comes.
Instead, I can't order food over the phone because it makes me too anxious because I think I'm inconveniencing people.
Yeah, that's my problem. I cannot I cannot complain at customer service stuff. I'm like, I'll just drop it. I don't want people to be disappointed.
I don't want to deal with this. It's not worth it. I'll just be sad.
Yeah, so like, but yeah, I feel like I'm a hypocrite because if like, if someone didn't date me because of something I couldn't control, I'd be sad.
I can see how that feels
I
hypocritical.
don't think that's happened to me before. I probably don't know.
More dating advice from the spectrum. Have boundaries for yourself.
Yes, that's healthy.
Don't put yourself in a box.
See, that's why it's okay if it's like, something sounds ableist, for example.
Like, I was talking to a girl actually today
really?
that I work with, and she has recently gone through a breakup because she came to the realization that the person she was seeing her casually instead of actively.
Oh.
And had other partners that he was seeing on occasion or was planning to see. I don't know the exact details. But it obviously messed her up. She was much more involved in the relationship than she realized. And she was like, I don't think I can do that. I'm like, well, that's actually the more common approach to dating these days. It is more common to cast a wide net and then select from the fish that you catch. And she's like, well, do I need to do that? I'm like, if it makes you uncomfortable, no. Just because it's common doesn't mean it's right for you. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you shouldn't do it. Because at the end of the day, you have to answer to yourself and your own comfort. She's like, wow, that's smart. I'm like, it's not smart. It's common sense.
That's okay. Still good advice for people who haven't thought of it. Some people like one at a time.
Oh, that's how I like
to
it.
focus on one at a time to see.
I
people like all.
Because like honestly, I don't have the time to like juggle multiple women, so I do one at a time.
But it kind of depends on like where y'all are at in the hanging out and then in the relationship. Like if you're just starting to talk, you can start to talk to like a few, and then be like, okay, I like this one. I want to like go.
Well, typically, I don't have the energy to like do that many women at once. No, I know, like
giggity.
To I don't know. I focus on one girl at a time.
Yeah, to like flirt with more than one.
Yeah,
woman
exactly.
at a
I
time,
just like
weird.
I don't have any mojo when I do that. It's like I can only give my mojo to one girl at a time.
That is okay.
Oh, I have no mojo.
I have like my game. It's weird, but it works. Like sometimes.
I mean, it can't work all the time. That's not true for anyone.
That means women are machines. It's like I just like I definitely embrace my nerdiness. And I'm like, hey, do you want to see my 3D printer? And it's like, hey, 3D printers are cool.
They're cool.
They're cool machines. Like, I think even non-nerds can appreciate them.
Like, I created something from string.
Yeah, it's cool for everyone. Everyone who's gotten something from your prints is like, they love it.
Yeah, David's pretty cool.
David is cool. Tristan is cool. And Emma is cool.
We're all cool.
Zach and Raven are kind of cool.
Zach's lame.
Yeah.
Zach sucks.
Yeah, Zach is going on a date tomorrow, so I might have to run him back to Conway and then go back out so I can go drink with my coworkers. One of whom was leaving.
Aww.
To
where?
She's getting a state job. She just put in her 2 weeks notice. I should start looking for jobs.
What do you think about? What city do you think you might want to work in?
Little Rock for now because I have no motivation to seek out anything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like after college, like the goal is to work in Japan, but
you gonna do the jet program?
Yeah, jet. Yeah, with Tristan.
Yeah, but you can't select where you go. Right?
Oh no, you cannot. So like, no, I'll be in the same program as him, but not like with him.
You can't even like transfer, can you?
I don't think you can. They put you where you're needed the most. Because it is a decent job. Like out of college, it's like you make like
really good.
a 28,000 a year, and
in a country where you're salary goes a lot longer.
Yeah, exactly. And if you live in the countryside, that's where I'm applying to. That can go a long way. Like, yeah, I ideally want a place where I don't have to buy a car. So I'll figure out it's like small town Japan. I think that'd be fun. But if that doesn't happen, I really don't want to move home to Lonoc. Like, I don't want to live in the...
There's so many other options.
Yeah, the options are probably rent a place in Conway or something.
It could be literally anywhere in America.
Yeah, Conway is a bit expensive, but if you have a roommate, it's not bad. And also, if you're a history major, you're probably going to want to go for post-bachelor's.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm looking at grad schools in Germany right now.
Surprisingly, Europe is really good for history students.
It really is.
Austin is actually looking at a British institute for his master's.
It's great in Europe because instead of 5 years, you do it in 2 for history majors. And so I can go to Germany. I'm looking at an English university in Berlin, and I could get my master's in history, and it's way less expensive, and I'll get to.
And also, you can say you had a degree in master's in Germany.
Yeah, it's great. It'll get me hired. And
what do you think of specializing in? I've never asked.
I see. I want to do East Asian history, but if I go to grad school, I might. If I go to grad school in Europe, I might just do something about European history.
Yeah, they're all interesting.
Yeah, it's all very intertwined. Or if they have a good East Asian program in Germany, I might do that too. Which would be kind of funny, but yeah. And then you also I was talking to a guy that did go to grad school, and he's from Europe, went to grad school in Europe, and I was working here as a professor, and he said you do get a good amount of free time, so it is you have time to have fun, which is it's childish, but it's what I really care about.
No, yeah, work-life balance is important. I mean, we're young.
Yes.
I work a lot, and I still have a lot of time. That's one of the reasons I did not want to work 12-hour night shifts anymore. I had no time to myself at all.
Yeah, I would do that for a month, then I would quit.
I did it for over a year.
That is insane.
Oh my god, I cannot imagine.
A year and 3 months, 3.5 months.
You must have a lot of money then.
It's all going away in May.
Where is it going to?
Dead.
Oh, debt. So
I have $80,000.
Yuck. You should get a sugar mommy.
I would love to. None are available or wanting.
Have you gone on any sugar mommy websites?
God, no.
Okay, well then
I don't want to get murdered.
I don't see how, that works.
Sorry, I'm not trying.
Yes.
I'm open to the idea, but I'm not actively seeking sugar mommies. But yeah, one of the loans is $53,000, I think. And the other one's $28,000.
But soon that'll be all gone because you'll pay it.
Well, one's going to be all gone, the 53, because its monthly payment is $650.
That's so much.
And it's also not enough to cover interest. So, if I had to continue paying, I would have owed more at the end of the year than when I started, even if I made every payment. But the other one's $200 a month, and it's going to build up credit. And I actually ruined my credit a little bit by missing 2 payments.
Ooh.
Because I didn't know it existed, because they weren't sending me notifications. They were sending me notifications to an email that had been dead for 4 years.
Oh, fuck, that's shit.
Yeah, that was a fucking heartbreak. Yeah, I don't necessarily recommend TurboTax. Their practices are questionable. Credit Karma will tell you everything that you're indebted to. Get Credit Karma. It's free.
This podcast endorsed. Is
Yes.
endorsed.
It is not endorsed by Credit Karma.
We endorse Credit Karma.
Personally.
I used it. I found my debt. Saved a lot of heartache down the road when the loan forbearance went away and I no longer paid on those and kept incurring late fees. But yeah, pay off your debt, kids.
God damn it, Joe Biden. Cancel student debt.
I think the most he's going to do if he does it is $10,000. And he's going to have to do that if he wants to win the election. If not, there's literally nothing he can do.
If he
goes to war with Russia, he's not going to win the election.
Yep.
If he doesn't go to war with Russia, he's not going to win the election.
Oh. Damn.
I think he's too old to run for a second term anyway. He needs.
If the Democrats want to win the next election, they've got to cancel student debt.
They will win the young people of America. If they're your college debt gone, you can now be.
But if they don't do that,
yeah,
I mean, there's a reason we're 50-50 blue-red.
Exactly. I watched. Today I looked up. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is running for governor of Arkansas.
Why?
She She's going to win. She's already raised over $12 million. She's raised the most money of any candidate for Arkansas so far. She has an endorsement from Asa and Trump. I watched her campaign ad. It was just your typical Republican campaign ad. No policy proposals whatsoever. Just, I will protect your First Amendment and your Second Amendment. And then the rest is like all buzzwords.
Who fucking cares?
She would say like cancel culture, radical left, cancel culture. Like, Republicans are fucking stupid. They like. I could be a successful Republican politician if I just lost my principles.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I hate immigrants and I love guns, and then like I'd win like mayor of Lone Oak or something.
It's like you're married to an immigrant and you've never touched a gun in your life.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
It's like she was legal though.
They would support that.
Politics is no fun. You can't win.
Also, yeah, lame.
Well, yeah, it's very stupid, also very important because like I don't like apathy. I'm not saying you're apathy, but this is like I'm not saying you're apathetic, but
Oh, I'm apathetic.
I know people that are really apathetic and who don't vote. I'm like, please fucking vote.
I voted.
It takes like just vote for like lesser of two evils. Like,
in Conway, at least, it was very painless. Very
It's
painless.
so easy
There
to
were
vote.
no lines. Everyone was super nice and super helpful. It was a very pleasant experience because I expected it to be awful.
I bet in bigger cities it's shit.
Oh, I imagine. And especially since they don't give you time off work to do it, and like there's no day where you can do it. It's fucking
If the
bullshit.
Democrats want to win, Joe Biden should pass executive order making voting day a federal holiday.
I don't understand. Yeah, it should literally
Yeah,
be.
he made fucking Juneteenth a holiday, but not voting day.
Yeah, they should do that because like that's how they'll get poor voters because poor people can't afford to miss work.
Like, don't
but
get
if
me
you
wrong.
legally can't work on that day,
Like, don't get me wrong, Juneteenth, it's a respectable holiday.
totally
It
is. I
deserves
agree,
to be
I
a
agree.
holiday. But compared to voting day,
Yeah.
like, Juneteenth is remembrance. Voting day is now. Past versus present. You always focus on the present.
Also, Joe Biden needs to make the day after Super Bowl a holiday.
Why is that?
That way, people can recover from their hangovers and have to go home to work.
But they can go to work and just be hungover.
Sports is a sin.
Dude, Super Bowls.
Also, you
No,
have no
watch-
idea how many times I've gotten fucking shit-faced and gone to work at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly, sucks. I would not want to do that.
I would do, when Tara was still here, we would do it like 3 times a week.
Yeah,
I miss her.
she was
Still
great.
not heard back from her.
You won't for a while. Like,
I don't doubt
Why
it.
don't-
is that?
She's really. It's Tara. You know how bad she was at texting.
She
I haven't
texted me
texted her.
at her time, midnight.
Yeah.
And she was like, I've been waiting to hear back from you, and it turns out that I never actually responded to your text. And I was like, oh.
Aw. She's like, I wonder when he'll text me back. But
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
funny.
much. Okay. Also, wait. Okay. You know who Bad Baby is? Sorry. Like this is like.
That girl who was like, Cash Me Outside.
Yeah, Cash Me Outside. She had like an album. She's super weird, and now she's being accused of blackfishing because she gets like weave put in her hair despite the fact she's super white.
Oh, I thought she was married.
No, her mom. She's Italian. Her mom's like white and her dad's Italian.
Oh, like Ariana Grande.
Yeah, Ariana Grande, who got darker as she aged for some reason. Tanning. Okay, Emma, what do you think of this swimsuit? That is a shoelace bottom. Like that is not.
I love it. I want to see the front to see if like her coochie's out or not.
It just looks unsanitary.
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 Yeah.
Just because I wear this under my pants every day.
I mean, no. Show them the other picture. Second picture. It's a shoelace. It's a
That's
shoe.
how thongs always are.
I've seen thongs with way more material.
The outside, what you see on the outside is more material, but what goes into the inside becomes. It's how wide do you think an ass crack is?
Not wide, but you
But you
still
got
like,
that's
but,
it. That's the.
But you're.
Your underwear isn't doing anything to keep you for a woman. Your underwear isn't doing anything to protect anything, like to do anything in the back.
Women's clothing is a travesty.
It's trying to keep your discharge from your vagina to not get on your pants. That's all it's there for.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's no need for there to be anything.
For men,
past the
it's just
vagina.
like
Have
your
you seen
butt.
that hack? Like, I know you wear a lot of leggings. Have you seen that hack where you take bra liners and stuff it in the crotch lining of your panties to keep from having a camel toe?
I've always just heard just wear a regular panty liner. Like,
Well, like if you want to wear like
that's
like
cool though.
nice panties, you know how there's the pocket.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you take like bra inserts from like old bras, you can like trace the outline.
Oh, and cut it.
Yeah, and cut it, and it
And
keeps
make it
it from, you know.
Okay, so then
creasing.
you don't have to keep sticking on a new.
Yeah, just fucking keep it in it.
Anyway.
You can sew it up. That's just watchable.
That is so smart. I should consider that.
Yeah, Tristan on TikTok found that.
Nice. I love that
For
hack.
weird reasons. TikTok's a...
TikTok shows you everything. It's a tutorial for
Well,
literally everything.
Not TikTok. YouTube of TikToks.
Oh, okay. So you can't even. It's not even on your.
No,
feed.
I don't have Chinese spyware on my
I love TikTok, as you all well know.
I like it because of the medium style, but I do think that we are slowly deteriorating our brains by the massive amount of content we consume. Like, I forget people's names I work with every day.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if that happens to me.
I was talking to Zach about a girl I have a crush on, and I could not remember her name.
You need to take some vitamins.
You need some vitamins.
You need to take
You need to
vitamins.
get some sunlight.
I got put on some new. Where the fuck did it go? I got put on some new ADHD medication, and it's like it's so weird. It's not Adderall, but holy shit, it felt like Adderall when I took it.
Nice.
Like I took it before class.
Did it help?
I was wired. I was like in class, like my heart was beating weird.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I have no idea what's in this. I didn't even look at it. But I was listening to every word Dr. Hancock said, and it was being burned into my brain, like against my will. I was like,
How was the crash?
it didn't. I got really sleepy at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm.
I was like, man, I should take a nap.
Yeah, it was the crash.
I did not take a nap. I was playing Total War Warhammer 3.
Nice.
Good shit. Good game. Very good game. 10 out of 10.
I don't play RTSs. I'm not good at them.
I mean, I'm not good at them either, but it's really satisfying when you like fuck up the AI. When you have like a good cavalry charge flank, you can watch it happen in slow motion. The AI is like, oh fuck.
Why is cavalry such a hard word in the English language?
Cavalry.
Like Calgary.
See, I say cavalry. I don't say I say
Cavalry.
cavalry.
Is it cavalry or is it cavalry?
I think it's
Cavalry?
Cavalry.
Henry Cavalry.
Okay. Anyway, you'll find out.
Don't tell us what to do.
I will.
I think I just Berenstein bared myself. Yeah, it's cavalry. I thought it was Calvary.
Cavalry. Okay, yeah.
I think that's just my southernness. Cavalry.
Cavalry. Cavalry.
Cavalry.
So yeah, it looks like Ukraine's gonna need some cavalry.
Yeah, they're gonna need some lots of things.
Let me check the news. The news just talked about sanctions we put on them. By us, I mean the U.S., not the Spectrum. The Spectrum will no longer be broadcasting on Russian YouTube. We're region locking this shit.
That would be interesting if like big media websites fucking just. Actually, that would probably be more effective than most things. Like if Netflix or HBO were just like, no, Russian servers don't work anymore.
Mass uprising, like take away the
mutiny.
Okay,
because we are addicted to social media.
The latest
Not
package,
social
the
media,
latest sanction package would issue sanctions on two major Russian banks and on the country's sovereign debt, meaning it can no longer raise money from the West and trade debt on U.S. or European markets. Oh wow, that's actually really serious economically.
Basically, giving the country a credit score of 0.
Yeah, if you can't leverage your debt, oh my god.
Erasing all credit history, which is bad.
This is the U.S. and the EU, so like 80% of the global market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
So, like, you know how when you go for a loan, they check your credit score? Your credit score is basically a ranking of, like, how good you are at paying back your debt. If you have a credit score of 0, it's almost physically impossible to get a 0. It means you've taken out so many loans and you have never paid them back that you are so untrustworthy of a lender, they would not lend you a penny. And they're basically going to do that to Russia.
Okay.
Like, 80% of the marketplace would never even give them a dime.
So they will not be able to buy.
They're trying to starve them out. We've done this before. We've literally cut off food transportation to Russia.
Yeah.
Like, because the way our economy works is we produce some food for ourselves, but a vast majority of the food we ship off somewhere. That's every country does that. So they'll still try to ship off, but they won't be able to, and their current infrastructure won't be able to keep up with it. Because, fun fact, Russia can't grow shit. It's very barren. It's very cold. They don't have very good crop rotation. So when they're all eating rye bread and sauerkraut, their populace is going to get very cranky.
Germany said they would halt the construction of the new Nord Stream 2 pipeline. It's a gas pipeline between Russia and Germany, which is good because Germany's fucking dumb. They're closing. They announced they're planning to close their 6 remaining nuclear power plants, which makes them energy dependent on Russia if they do so. Because
in nuclear power has been proven time and time again to be the cleanest source of energy,
and
one of the safest,
with, like,
natural
oil.
gas from Russia and oil.
which is one of the least efficient.
It's so dumb.
Why are they doing that?
Because they're idiots that are scared of nuclear power plants after the Chernobyl thing. Even though that was like even though it was the Soviets being stupid and incompetent, like usual.
Yeah.
You know who's not France. You know who's mostly relying on nuclear power? France.
Macron just said they're going to build like 13 more nuclear.
Yeah, France loves nuclear power.
They're awesome.
We should love nuclear power. It's great.
It's good.
Yeah, you live next to a nuclear power plant.
Yeah, and it's awesome. And a ton of people in Russellville.
And you only glow a little bit in the dark.
Yeah, I'm glow in the dark.
Well, like, think about it.
Imagine if you're like a third boob, like in the middle.
I already have that.
It's efficient in terms of land space.
Yes.
It's efficient in terms of noise because, fun fact, windmills create a fuck ton of noise.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Horribly. Like, it kills wildlife. It's very inefficient. There are newer designs which are pretty good. Like, they went from the typical windmill design to turning it 90 degrees up to where it's facing up. And now they're doing like this weird helical structure.
I think I've seen that like on smaller scale.
And they're smaller but even more efficient, which is really cool. And they're quieter.
Yeah. You know, I had a big like across the U.S. road trip with my good friend Yana and her family, and I went and I saw windmills for the first time in my life ever. And honestly, I thought they were really pretty.
They're fucking massive.
They're huge.
They're beautiful.
You don't get a good scale for it when you see pictures.
When you drive by one and you see the blades turning in the wind,
it's pretty cool.
It was beautiful. Yeah, I can never see why you wouldn't want one like next to your house because if the shadow passed through your window constantly, I think that.
Well, also like it. I'm gonna look up how loud those things are.
I think like how many decibels like on average they can produce. Putin did not watch Biden's speech. Okay.
At a distance of 300 meters,
so
a turbine will have a sound pressure level of 43 decibels.
Let me do let me do a comparison. Decibel equivalent.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 40 decibels. Oh, wait, 40?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a library bird calls.
Yeah.
And the lowest limit of urban ambient sound. Okay.
That's at 300 meters though. How
loud
are they?
That is. Let's do like if you're right next to it, because 300 meters is roughly 900 feet.
Oh boy, silence. That's the way to get the podcast going. Apparently, right at it is like 105 decibels, which is like a lawnmower. Yeah, it's not that bad. I don't know what. I was getting that from a lot of people talking about windmills. In fairness, this is like a windmill farm. I guess it could be pretty loud, but
I guess like combined like 105.
Yeah, they would definitely combine to be a lot louder. Like if everyone had a ton of lawnmowers nearby each other, but also, you're not like in the center of a windmill farm very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. I guess not that loud, but...
Yeah, and unlike a solar farm, it doesn't concentrate heat rays and fucking cook birds as they fly over.
Oh, God.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a specific job for people in solar farms where they drive around on little go-karts and they pick up dead birds. Yeah. Because the birds will fly over it and the heat coming off of the reflective surface will... Because they're concave. They're pointing in a certain direction.
Like a jillion sunburns.
Yeah. And it fucking fries them.
That'd be so painful.
Like in Minecraft, when you throw a bird in lava.
Oh, I was picturing
and it cooks it.
when the daylight
yeah,
comes
yeah.
and all the monsters die.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about,
In
dude?
Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
I was like, what birds are there in Minecraft before you have the chicken?
Pain. Okay, so
Can't get enough.
okay.
Pain?
Oh no. Okay, so 100. Now I'm found on the decibel rabbit hole.
Got logarithmic scale.
Yeah, it's insane. 150 decibels will rupture your eardrums. That's a jet takeoff if you're 25 meters away.
It's kind of hot.
So wow, that means you can be really far away from a jet and still get hearing loss. Okay, thunderclap, chainsaw, oxygen torch. I've been exposed to 120 decibels.
What was that?
So an oxygen torch is 120 decibels. I've used those for years, sometimes without hearing protection. Oh,
Idiot.
fuck. Well, it's just painful. It's not 32 times. Okay,
There's a lot of things that are just painful.
it's just pain.
You still shouldn't do
The
it.
fact our ears hurt when there's a loud noise is annoying. I want to be immune to that.
Yeah, it's called being deaf.
Death. Is that like a strategy?
No.
And what was your
Speed run.
You know, the deaf community is actually kind of problematic.
Oh yeah, they're real bad.
I don't know why. It's like because blind people don't have the same issues in their community. Because deaf people are like, they think you shouldn't give children cochlear implants because they can hear. Like, why do you not want people to hear? It's an essential sense.
Yeah, what the?
Or like there was a story of a couple who were both deaf, who wanted their child to be born deaf, and were like, can you like make it so they're born deaf?
That is so fucked
That
up.
is
Like, that's fucked.
that is beyond like child abuse.
Yeah.
Like to take away one of their senses.
Yeah, the doctor was like, no, that goes against the Hippocratic Oath. Do no harm. It's like, it's not harmful.
That's also like
live.
would make me scared that they, as parents, they would like
Well, like,
stab their kid in the ear or something.
no, in their defense, it was like, how can we relate to our child if there's a significant portion of senses that are cut off to us that they experience?
Yeah, but also you can still teach them sign language.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck?
They'll be fine. They'll just live in a quiet house.
Yeah, they can play noises, and they'll be able to like
But yeah, they're also very judgmental.
That's
Yeah.
really weird.
And this is the community at large, not individuals.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess it's because they, when you're blind, you can still talk to people and communicate. But when you're deaf, you can only you really only talk to like, other deaf people and people who choose to learn sign language.
Yeah, because most people don't know it. Like
So-
I don't want to take the time to learn sign language,
Yeah,
which
who
like
gives a
sucks. Yeah. I mean, it sucks, but it's also like there's a lot of things I'd rather do with my
And
job.
there's like dialectical sign language and like.
Yeah, it changes.
Yeah. I just I guess they're just a very insular community.
So it's probably like, oh, if they might be afraid, like if my child can hear, they won't be a part of a community.
They won't love me.
They'll be like, they'll choose the other people.
My basketball coach in high school, he used to work at the Arkansas School for the Blind, and he had like 3 siblings who were all blind. He was like, oh, that's weird. Then he met their parents during a parent-teacher conference, and he comes to find out that the parents are biological siblings,
What?
and so all their kids were born blind.
Why? How?
They had
brother,
sex.
sister.
No, but like, that's illegal. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
what happens if you do that?
I don't know. I
Like
don't.
nothing?
I don't.
You will get arrested if it's proven.
Let
Oh.
me do. Yeah.
So was it just like people didn't talk about it? They were like, they're like, low-key
They
their
told my
siblings?
coach about it. Let me see. Arkansas incest laws. This is where we're going today.
yes, it's a good topic.
Okay, so
I think we should end on this.
in Arkansas, incest is a Class C felony. Incest in Arkansas Criminal Code. Blah blah blah. When an individual being older than 16 years old purports to marry, has sexual intercourse with, or engages in deviant sexual activity with another person 16 years of age or older, whom the actor knows to be one ancestor or descendant to, or a step or adopted child that counts as incest.
Wait,
Yeah, it
whoa,
does.
I
Yeah,
didn't
a
know
sibling,
that.
half or whole blood, an uncle, aunt.
That's actually a hot topic debate.
That makes sense. Like,
Oh no, I think you should. It's weird, but like, there's nothing like immoral.
yeah.
Because
So-
I knew people. I was like,
Well, also, it could be fucked up if it's like your stepchild. That could be fucked up.
That's always fucked up.
That is so.
Literally always fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be fucked
Oh,
up.
okay.
So it's like,
That's grooming.
Because I
Yeah.
knew Woody Allen intensifies. But I knew some people in high school. My friends Eric and Haley, not real names, but they date. My chair's slowly sinking. Like they dated for a bit, and then because they dated, their parents met, and their parents were both single, and they got married, and so and then they broke up because they now became step siblings, and even though they are like fucked and stuff.
There's a.
I feel like that should be.
It's very common, actually.
Yeah, that's okay.
But, yeah, I think that's fine. If you're raised with your step siblings, it's weird.
That is weird.
But if I'd say old enough to have memories or something, like 12. If you're 12 and you get a step sibling that's around your age and you end up falling in love, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Like, you are two completely different people. You're not family, no matter what you say.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, family is what you make of it, so if you have step siblings and you feel like you're family to them, that's good. And if you find it weird to think of them in sexual conditions, fine. But I don't see how it's
Illegal.
completely out of the...
Like, in every
Yeah.
circumstance.
It's like, that's completely... I can't... What?
Yeah. When, maybe they didn't ever live together. And
Yeah.
maybe, they knew each other from school.
But if they grew up together, it's still kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, because then even if it was, someone a little bit older and someone a little bit younger, then, you gotta think about that, too.
Yeah.
You become step siblings, and one of them's like, whoa, I have a new, younger step sibling.
I'm
And
trying.
then you get into grooming.
Yeah, exactly.
I was reading the Arkansas Age of Consent law, and it says a person commits sexual assault in the fourth degree if the person, being 20 years of age or older, engages in sexual intercourse or deviant sexual activity with another person less than 16 years of age, or not the person's spouse. So, if you're married to a 14-year-old and you're 20, you can have sex with them, and that is legal in Arkansas. Child marriage.
How low is the marriage thing?
Let's see.
You
Yeah.
have to be a certain age to get married.
What is the minimum age for? This is great.
The FBI is very curious about your search history right now.
Oh my god, they're like, what are you doing?
That's
You're trying to marry your
What are you
stepsister?
doing?
It's gonna be like CP legal. Where?
That's so dangerous.
Oh, never mind. Arkansas is doing great. I was totally wrong. Retraction. In Arkansas, the minimum legal age to get married with parental consent is 17. Good job, Arkansas. Hog.
With parental consent?
With parental consent, 17.
Really?
Without
Okay,
18.
that's
actually
good.
That's way better.
No, the
I thought it was
more I Google about
15.
Arkansas, it's actually not the worst southern state.
No, it's not. We give it a lot of shit, but it's pretty alright.
Like, even our governor can be kind of base sometimes. Like, when he argued with Tucker Carlson on live TV.
But that's good. Now if we could only fix Eastern Europe.
What's that? I'm looking at this in America. What's the minimum age to get married with parents' permission in America?
My aunt went to another state to get married to her husband, and did the moving procedures and everything. It was expensive because I think her husband. She was 16 at the time. Her husband was 24. Now, looking back, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But they also were married for 80 years.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? In Massachusetts, you can get married with parental consent at the age of 12. Fuck you.
Moving to
Massachusetts.
Is
Those fucking
fucked
liberals up in
up.
Massachusetts.
Fucking god.
And in New Hampshire, it's 13.
That's like some pilgrim shit.
Wait, let me see what in Mississippi. 1 second. Okay, what's that? What's the Mississippi law? Okay.
Humanity is gross.
Yeah. Don't be gross.
Mississippi's 15.
Bad.
California's also 15. That's literal child marriage.
Well, I would
they're
say that
teenagers.
these were all made a long time ago when 15 was maybe middle aged.
Yes.
But now when we live to at least 70, it's those are babies.
Yeah.
Those are literal children.
They're so
And
small.
I think about when I was a freshman in college and was talking to high schoolers, and it's you guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You just don't. We're not on the same wavelength. How do people want to fuck you? I
They don't think about their brains.
It's like, yes, you're attractive, but you're so fucking stupid.
Yeah, they think about their young
Like,
teenager bodies.
Now I'm finding like colonial America age of consent laws. In 1217 in England, as part
12.
as 1275, excuse me,
Oh.
as part of the rape law, the Statute of Westminster, 1275, it was a misdemeanor to ravish a maiden within age, whether with or without her consent.
It was a misdemeanor to rape
Yes.
a woman.
Yes,
It'd be like that sometimes.
ravish.
Yeah, sexually assault.
What does a misdemeanor do?
I think they're like, don't do that again.
You naughty boy.
Yeah, like the whole con. Oh, you won't get excessively dark.
No heavy cream with your tea.
There'll be no beef in your porridge tonight, young man.
Porridge beef.
No beef in your pie.
There'll be no meat in your English people are disgusting.
Yeah.
There'll be no peas on
No
your
blood sausage.
There'll be no peas on your French fries, young master.
Ew, what the
And
fuck?
you guys don't get really fucked up. Today I was doing a reading about like African American women in construction era America, and like the word like the concept of raping black women was not even a thing. Like
Oh my
no,
God,
they
it
did.
was allowed.
Oh no, they did it. They're like it was.
Oh, they did it.
Oh, they did it. But it was totally like it was chalked up to like society, antebellum Southern culture at the time as being those lavish black women seduced.
Wait, when was this? Was this like after?
After Civil War?
So it was just like they're not even their property.
Yeah.
Or air
Less
quotes
than
property.
200 years ago.
It was
Yeah.
like
A person.
you're allowed to
Lit-
do that even though they're free people.
Yeah, I was reading this diary of a woman.
Well, not necessarily allowed to. It's just no one cared.
Like culturally, no one gave a fuck. It's like that's kind of weird, but it's not
okay.
your fault. She
Is it
seduced-
like okay.
Kind of similar to like how young Spartan men would go kill slaves as like a test of like, are you a man? If you were caught, they're like, dude, really?
Yeah.
But if you weren't caught, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone knew it's like, okay, every guy here literally murdered someone.
Spartans also love pederasty.
Yeah.
Take that, you fucking Republicans with like Spartan
A
helmets
surprising
in them.
amount of cultures loved pederasty. So
You know who didn't love pederasty? No, it's a real question. Do you know who? Because it seems like every culture I've ever studied. It's every culture I've ever studied has been like, we love to fuck young boys.
it's
Oh,
not just
that's
about
gonna be-
fucking. It's about teaching.
It's going to be clips out of context.
Yes,
have a
by
spare-
our two fans.
No. Do we have any comments?
Not yet. It's
Please
kind of,
don't
a, kind of a
comment.
mild stream. It's going to see. Let's see what's up. No comments.
Gone on for about 2 hours.
We've been here
1 hour.
Oh, that
That's
is
wrong.
wrong.
That is
Yeah.
so wrong.
I was like,
Our
this has
oven.
gone by very
No,
quickly.
it's been fun. I think we're gonna wrap it up soon.
Our oven clock is wrong.
Yeah, it's set from like I need to reset.
You're just waiting for daylight savings time again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this
It's
point.
actually soon.
But no, it don't even matter because it'll still be an hour off. No.
No, roll forward.
Oh, we'll roll forward. Yeah, we'll be fine. Shit.
roll back.
What the fuck
I
was
have
I
a
talking?
question.
Yeah.
Are there more things that were like
Straightforward, right?
allowed in the olden days?
And like that is a very broad question. Well, you know,
Like
you
weird
could
things
that are
that are
murder
interesting.
black people like pretty much legally until
God.
Like,
like
you couldn't fuck in the ass.
Wait,
until
what?
like 1970.
Anal was illegal, but you can murder.
No,
black
in
people?
most states still today, sodomy is
Sodomy?
is illegal.
Is sodomy anal?
Yes.
What the?
But you didn't know what? Yeah.
I never
Yeah,
knew
it's
any of this.
that's why men can be sodomized.
Sodomized. They can be
So-
fucked in the ass.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, well,
And it doesn't matter if it's willing or consensual. Fucking in the ass is illegal.
What?
sodomy laws generally prohibit oral and anal sex, even between consenting
Yeah,
adults.
oral is also
They
illegal
said
in
just
most
because
states.
no one cares to take the time to undo
Absolutely.
them. Okay.
Okay. Oh my fuck. Okay. The criminal. Okay. In the U.S. Okay. Currently, there are no sodomy laws actively in place. However, there were sodomy laws in nearly every southern state until 2003.
There we go.
Nice.
Arkansas was 2001.
Nice.
The first state to outlaw sodomy laws was Illinois.
Hell
For
yeah.
some reason.
They like butt sex up there.
California,
Chicago.
California was 1976. For some reason.
Did people care back then, or were they just like was it the same as it is?
You mean what do you mean
Well, I mean-
back? You mean like antebellum South? Or
I don't know.
Do
Like
you know-
in the past,
Do
when
you
did
know
they
where
care?
the word comes from?
No,
You ever heard of Sodom and Gomorrah?
no.
Oh wow.
Bible time.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I forget Bible stuff.
You know a story like Lot's daughters?
Yes.
That takes
Is that
place
the
in
one
Sodom.
where she was like, all the girls were like, we're gonna like have sex with our dad?
Yes. No, but it
Yucky.
starts off, so it's like Lot is living in Sodom with his daughters
and his
That's
wife.
nice.
and his wife, and then these angels come to visit Sodom to like teach the word of God, and then the people Sodomites who live in Sodom are like, no, we're gonna rape you, angels, and then Lot's like,
Because the angel was so pretty, they were like, oh.
I don't think you
Rape.
can. Angel will let you rape it.
Well, they did.
but then Lot comes out, and Lot's like, no, rape my daughters instead.
Did she actually say that?
Yes, it's an actual part. And then I forgot. So there's some.
And then they had like a citywide orgy.
there's-
Okay, whoa.
Let
Maybe
me-
what the Bible said was actually not rape, but what it said was like, don't have
No.
sex with an angel, you should have sex with my daughters. And the daughter's like, blah, let's have an orgy.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
He's like, take my daughters, and his daughters were like, if we have to. Like, they were not willing.
This is...
I don't know if they were.
I hate the Bible.
They weren't happy about it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the
that's
mob.
rape.
So the mob refused Lot's daughters, and the angels blind them and warn Lot to leave the city before it's destroyed. So Lot leaves the city.
With the daughters
with
that
his
he
daughters.
should not have anymore because he's a terrible person.
And
Well, just wait. The daughters are also horrible.
Yeah. They also want to do rape.
Mm-hmm.
Because
They
everyone
get their
thinks
father
it's
drunk
fine.
and rape him.
during the escape from Sodom, Lot's wife turns to a pillar of salt.
Because she looks back on Sodom.
Yeah, as you do. Lot and his daughter. That happened in a Greek story as well. So
Yeah, Orpheus.
Orpheus, yes. They take shelter.
It also happened in Kitsurugi? No, the Japanese mother goddess.
I'm not sure. I don't know enough about that. Okay, so they go to live in a cave, blah, blah, blah. One evening, Lot's eldest daughter gets Lot drunk and has sex with him without his knowledge. The following night, the younger daughter does the same. They both become pregnant. The older daughter gives birth to Moab, while the younger brother gives birth to Ammon. Moab,
Who are these people?
Those are demons.
What the? Who's giving birth to demons?
his daughters.
Ew. This is so
According
weird.
to
This
Jewish
is weird
tradition,
fan fiction. That's
Lot.
not
No, this is the Bible. This is in
No,
Genesis.
I know, but I mean, like, whoever wrote the Bible is writing, like, they have weird sexual fan
A
fiction.
lot of people wrote the Bible.
I know.
Lot's daughters believe the entire world had been destroyed. They were only survivors. They therefore resort to incest in order to preserve the human race.
It's a bad time. It's not good.
It's also in the Quran.
Yep.
That's whack. I mean, I guess it happened then, because everyone wrote it down and they were
But
like...
according to Islam, the phrase "my daughter" should be taken in a metaphorical sense. Lot, as a prophet, is considered a father to his people. He's therefore invited the Sodomites to intermarry with the women of his nation. The incest part is skipped from the Quran.
Oh,
But
okay.
the Quran is written after the Bible, so it's like the remix.
So they were kind of like, ugh, that's weird.
Man, the
I
Quran
don't
sounds
even know
pretty
that.
based by skipping the incest part.
That's so interesting.
Yes. So yeah, Lot.
So what does that have to do with anal? Why is it called that?
Sodom, the city of Sodom.
They sodomized each other.
They were known for anal
fucking-
rape.
Yeah, they were fucking each other.
Oh, the boys? Or all of the people?
Everybody.
Boys and
Everybody was fucking up the
Everybody was getting anal raped.
girls?
It's not just rape.
Everybody's
That's-
getting
Consensual,
raped.
consensual too. Yeah. In the Bible, it makes it seem like it's just rape. There's consensual parts.
Yeah, it was a big lust-filled orgy because they were like, God, that thing was so pretty. I gotta fuck something.
God, why does God hate men? He makes it a sin to be gay, but he makes your G spot in your ass. Like what the fuck?
I think he wants you to be gay. And he wants you to explore
No,
things with
maybe
women
God
and
just
men.
maybe God just
in your
really
back.
endorses pegging.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh.
The Spectrum endorses pegging.
This is
We
a
do.
pro pegging podcast.
I support. I support.
But yeah, the Japanese myth is Izanagi and Izanami.
Oh, I've heard. I know the name.
Izanagi is like she goes down to hell for some reason and she gets stuck there.
Mhm.
She eats the fruit of the underworld and she can't leave Persephone much.
You literally like
And
Persephone.
Izanagi is like, "Where's my wife?" So he goes down to the underworld, and she's like hiding behind a veil. He's like, "Wife, come." She's like, "No, I can't." He's like, "Bitch." She's like, "Okay, but you can't look at me until we go outside." He's like, "Fine." But he kept hearing creepy ass noises.
Is she a
He's like,
demon?
yeah, he turned around. She's like a demon. She's like, "You fucking saw me, bitch. Now I gotta stay down here. You stay in too." And he's like,
Oh.
"The fuck I am." So he runs away, locks up hell, and goes and washes hell off of him, giving birth to 2 other gods.
Giving birth
Three
to
other
gods?
gods, actually.
What religion was that in?
Shintoism.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Shinto's pretty cool.
Shinto's pretty weird. There's a god, Amaterasu,
Yeah.
which is like the sun god, who goes down and he's like talking to some farmers and like, "Yeah, we got the snake problem." He's like, "So what, like you got like a couple snakes?" He's like, "No, that's a giant 8-headed, 8-tailed serpent that's like devouring our daughters." It's like, well, that's pretty fucked up. You want me to kill it for you? Yeah, sure. Cuts off 4 of its heads, it dies, his blade breaks on the 5th, and like, well, that's fucking weird. What's up with the 5th head? Decapitates it, pulls out another sword, and he's like, "Huh, this is the 1,000 wind-cutting sword." A sword that they actually have in Japanese royal household, because they're fucking stupid. And he's like, "Wow, I got a cool sword." That's how Orochi, the origin of Orochimaru from Naruto.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, Orochimaru is a creep.
Yeah.
God, Naruto's a shit show.
No, it's not.
Don't say that. The
This-
Naruto fans will cancel
I'm an
us.
anti-Naruto. I'm not a Naruto.
It's not bad. It just had too much filler.
And
It has way too much filler.
I will criticize it for the core message of forgiveness no matter what.
That's every fucking anime.
Yeah, but at least One Piece is cool. Luffy's gonna kill Blackbeard 100%.
Oh,
He's-
Luffy kills motherfuckers all the
like
time.
Luffy will murder you. He like
Yeah,
Jotaro will murder you.
And the guy in Bleach, Ichigo, killed people all the time too.
I didn't watch Bleach. Yeah.
Bleach was
What's another anime with like about that shitty like?
My Hero.
I haven't seen My Hero.
It's good.
Hair kind of fell off recently.
I fell off of it pretty quickly. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm 24. I shouldn't be watching shonen."
I like Invincible. Invincible's a good Western anime.
Oh, yeah.
It's stories real. Like the father-son conflict is my favorite story trope.
Plus, J.K. Simmons. Any voice J.K. Simmons does is beautiful.
J.K. Simmons kills it. What? You ever seen Invincible, Emma?
No.
Why did you make me do this?
As he's beating the shit out of his son. He's
Son.
like, "I love you, Dad." He's like,
Why did he beat him?
because he had to.
Why?
You want to
Was
watch?
his son evil or something?
No. Okay, so
You just need to watch the
oh
show.
no, yeah, well, I'm not gonna spoil it on the podcast, but I saw someone take the ending, take that fight, and overlay it with the Guts theme from Berserk, and it was beautiful.
God, the Guts theme is overplayed at this point, but
It's
still,
so
it's still
good.
a decent song. I fell out of love with Berserk over the years. The waiting was too long. The ending was I didn't like the ending, and I still don't really understand what happened.
It's
I understand that
it's
because
not
the guy
finished
died.
yet. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to finish it.
I don't think so either. I would be happy if they just put out like a bullet point list of plot beats.
Yeah, he should have written it into a book. Like, we all know that he couldn't draw anymore. Like his back was hurting too much, and his hands couldn't physically do it. Light novel.
Yeah,
Everybody would've been
I
fine
would
with
not
that.
have been mad. Then some fans would have drawn it like a few years later. It would have been cool. Like when they remade the ending for Attack on Titan. Oof.
Who made that?
The subreddit Titan folk. They just like
They didn't like the ending.
No, they did not. I didn't like the ending either.
I realized I was like, I have too little context for what the fuck this is.
Like I was a monthly reader of Attack on Titan ever since I was 14.
That was the problem
Yeah,
for
but
me.
I would like
every month I was like, wait, what the fuck happened last month? Oh, what? And then it got to the point where they're in the Empire. I'm like, this is the Nazis and the Jews.
Yeah, Attack on
I'm
Titan's
bored now.
Attack on Titan's Paldians Jews, but
And the bad guys.
but also makes it justified. Okay, because so here's how it works. So there are 9 Titan shifters, right? And if a Titan shifter dies without being eaten by another Eldian who's been transformed into a Titan, then that power goes to a random Eldian. Which means, for example, the Colossal Titan dies, and Marley or Paradis doesn't have someone around to eat him, it will go into a random Eldian. And that means a random Eldian is in a city somewhere, has the power of like a nuke. which means that the Marleyans are justified for locking up an extremely dangerous people that can turn into unkillable bioweapons, which makes it really weird and kind of problematic.
And also, they're right in the end. When Eren rumbles the world, you have no idea what we're talking about.
Oh no, we're totally.
I think that sounds really fun and cool.
It's not. It's not. You
It's
shouldn't watch
because like the character assassinate Eren because they make him an incel in the last chapter.
the last chapter.
Yeah, the last one. No, well, not like like the one before the extended ending where he's like talking to Armin. It's after Mikasa cuts his head off, and it cuts back to Armin and him talking. And he's like, "No, I don't want her to talk to another guy for 10 years at least." I'm like, "You've never shown any romantic interest in her whatsoever."
It's really bad.
It is.
Romance in shonen is always bad.
Because
I wouldn't say always bad. There's some. Trying to think of an exception. I can't think of one.
because gender relations in Japan are kind of bad.
Yeah, I like how the guy who does One Piece is like, I'm not doing that.
I mean, good on him, honestly.
Yeah, he'll hint at it and be like, haha, it's funny. I'm not doing that.
Good.
Good.
He's like, I'm not good at writing it.
I mean, I respect it.
You guys are here to see a guy punch people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good at.
I mean, I remember, like, so the author of Attack on Titan, he talked about how, like, the ending in his own eyes was a failure. And he was literally looking at online forums trying to figure out how to do the ending. I'm like, did you not plan this out a little bit?
I think he started out not knowing what was in the
Like, he
basement.
claims he spent 3 months outlining the entire plot, which is reasonable because it's it's a very well done plot until the last 5 chapters. Then it's like,
It's just weird. We'll stop talking about it because
yeah, you're right.
Emma has no.
One last topic to end the stream on, I think.
Well, I did not prepare.
Well, I did not expect this.
I like anime that is not about fighting. It is about love and friendship.
Shoujo. You like
Yes.
Fruits Baskets.
I love Fruits Basket, and I like Oron.
Or on High School Host
yes.
Club. I love that show.
It's so good.
It makes me cry.
It makes me cry so much. What
It's
else?
beautiful.
I hate
Fun
that.
fact: the Japanese voice actress and the Japanese voice actor for the 2 main characters are married in real life.
For
One guy.
the blonde guy?
Yeah.
What's his name? Tamaki?
Mhm.
That is so adorable.
Yep.
Oh my god, oh my god.
They're married in real life.
What else?
Have you seen Fullmetal Alchemist?
A little bit, but I got scared.
The author of Fullmetal Alchemist was a woman who was known for shoujo up until that point.
Oh shit.
And her other notable work is called Golden Spoon, which is about a guy going to the country to learn how to farm.
Is it about love?
Maybe, I don't know. Probably romance elements.
Nice.
I still think the romance of Winry and Ed, not Ed, yeah,
Ed.
It's cute.
is probably the most. That's one of the most well done romances in
Yes.
anime. It's very well thought out. It's hinted at. It's executed, and it feels natural. It's
It feels realistic.
like when Ichigo marries Orihime at the end of Bleach. It's like, why? He spent all of his time talking to Rukia. Rukia was his friend. Orihime is just there and has big booba.
and there wasn't like a big confession of love either. It's like, I've always loved you. It's like,
No, literally,
I-
it smash cuts from the end to they had children like 8 years ago.
That's really weird.
I just because he does it like, he basically says at the end of the anime, I really want to hang out with you more, and she goes, yeah, I want to hang out with you more too, and then it's just like,
And they're like, we had to get
yeah,
married.
well, it does like a time skip.
Well, like the anime ends a lot earlier than the manga did.
Yeah, I thought the anime.
They're animating it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
My Life as an Otaku. Have you seen that?
Explain that one.
It's like these 2 people who they meet at work.
Oh, that was.
So good. I'm waiting for the next season. Is it out yet? I don't know. I
I
haven't
don't know.
checked.
I read it, and it's not much farther ahead than the show.
Oh, okay. It was so cute.
Reddit.
It's also. Oh, okay, yeah.
No,
Sure.
don't go on Reddit.
No, don't go on Reddit.
There's a part of the show. I don't know if you've seen it. There's a part of the show where they're playing Monster Hunter and they're bitching at each other.
I hate Monster Hunter. I have 400 hours in that game. I fucking hate Monster Hunter. I can't get good.
I was about to say, there's no way you hate Monster Hunter.
I hate it because I just can't get good. It's like Dark Souls. It's like Dark Souls with a million fucking mechanics and just not fun combat.
Yeah, it's too long.
No, it's too
A
slow.
raid should not last 3 hours.
It takes you like an hour to kill a monster. Just like
Ew.
smack it, smack it, smack it, smack it. It does not appeal to my brain. My monkey brain's like memorizing attack patterns, having mechanics that make it like possible to dodge them and finding openings. Like in Dark Souls, where you kill a guy by stabbing him in the ass 100 times if you strafe left.
Yes.
Yes.
It's good gameplay.
Like Fume Knight. Oh, sorry.
I like Zelda games.
Yeah, I think you might like Dark Souls.
Okay.
It's just like
No.
hard Zelda.
No.
Like, that's
I
not even
want-
hard.
No.
Zelda.
It's very hard, Dave.
I don't think Dark Souls is that hard once you memorize every attack pattern autistically.
I will never do that.
No,
I have a friend at work who was like, "Yeah, you seen the commercials for that new game, Elden Ring?" I'm like, "Yeah." I
So-
have." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about getting it." I was like, "Do you like hard games?" And she's like, "I don't know. It doesn't seem that hard." I'm like, "You don't know what you're talking about. Have you ever played Dark Souls?" And she's like, "No." You ever played Sekiro? No. You have any idea who From Software is? No.
She won't
I'm
like
like,
Elden Ring.
you're not going to like it. And
It's not a good.
she said, "Well, I really like ESO, Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh,
the
it's not.
combat looks similar." I'm like, "It's not."
No, it's like.
She's like, "It's not even out yet. You don't know." I was like, "I know, I know."
Dude, like that veteran PTSD, like
It's like the first game is a DLC called Prepare to Die.
getting smacked down by the Capper Demon for like
I
10.
fucking suck at it. I never got past the Taurus Demon.
Really, yeah.
I do not have hand dexterity. I cannot control the controller.
I'm like over the pandemic. I got really good at Dark Souls games because I get mind-numbingly bored.
You should talk to John. He was ranked in PvP in Dark Souls 2.
Oh, it's fucking sweet, dude.
He was badass.
Dark Souls 2, great PvP. Everything else sucks.
Yeah, it's a PvP game.
Like, it's really bad. Like, god damn it. They
That's because the director went on to work on Bloodborne and left the PvP team to make the whole game.
What's
and,
a PvP?
and then
Player versus player.
player.
Gotcha.
Then they scrapped like most of the game. Like 2 years into development, it started over, which is why you have the infamous elevator into volcano on top of windmill moment. There's an area called the Earthen Peak where you climb up a windmill, and it ends with you. There's nothing behind the windmill or around the windmill. It ends with you going up in an elevator. Then the doors open and there's a bridge, and you're suddenly on top of a volcano.
Which is shitty because like the first game, there's a 3D model.
Yeah.
In one continuous movement, Emma, you can get from the very bottom of the world to the top of the world without ever breaking, like stride. Well, there's one place where you have to like have a load screen, but that's kind of a separate area.
That sounds cool.
Really, after Anor Londo, Anor Londo's kind of separate.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Anor Londo, you can. Yeah.
And the Asylum, they're separate.
Because you just get flown up somewhere, but then from Anor Londo, you can like, because you go down to Sin's Fortress, like it's like only a little hop. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 did that kind of similarly to 1.
Yeah, the director came back.
It was good. Bloodborne, also also weirdly interconnected. Like there's a spot in the Forbidden Woods, which is the one map in Souls I still get lost in. It's like a weirdly spiraling design. I mean, there's like one area you can like go past the giants, then take a ladder up, and you go up into like the starting area of the game, like the clinic. I'm like, how does this work? Like, is the city on a mountain? Like, it's like on a plateau. It makes no sense.
God,
yeah.
Trying to understand anything about Soul games is hard.
Elden Ring's gonna be sick. I'm so excited. I still have like the fucking boss patterns burned into my brain from Sekiro, like parry, shit, hit. Parry.
I heard that. I Norman told me about playing Sekiro, and I was like, "Oh, you're gonna fucking suck at it." He's like, "Dude, I do. It sucks. It's so hard."
I don't think
I'm
we
like,
got past the first boss.
No, he's really good at fighting games because he knows timing, which he should be good at Sekiro. It's all about timing.
It's a rhythm game.
I don't think he wanted to put the time into it, or he didn't understand like the philosophy of the combat.
Yeah.
God, this must be horrible for you.
It's not bad. I'm zoning in and out.
Just so you know, Elden Ring's coming out in 3 days. I'm doing it on the PC,
Ooh.
or if I could get a PS5. You're not going to see me for like 3 days.
Okay.
I do have something to talk about.
Okay.
After the podcast.
Okay, I think it's a good time to end it.
first.
Oh, sorry.
Listeners, everyone,
Our one listener, Dave's mom.
what do you guys think of my haircut?
You're not on camera.
I will. You can see it maybe
It
on,
looks good.
It
on
does.
my Instagram.
Yeah, it looks
or you
great.
can message me on Instagram and say, I want to see your haircut.
I'll plug
and
your
send you a
Instagram in
picture.
the DM.
Yeah.
You're,
Okay.
if we ever get big, you're gonna get so many creeps.
Okay. Please don't creep on me.
Also, but please send for Emma. She gets aroused when you send her money, so do that.
I do. That's a true fact.
Yes. She needs pay pigs.
Yes.
Yes.
I also get aroused when I get sent.
Me
All of
too.
us do it. It goes
Me too.
for all, everyone.
We'll do extra podcast if you send us